Good morning, everybody, and welcome in a new week in new opportunities. And let's dive into the charts because I'm looking to a few possibilities already, and I'm gonna use this chart to do a quick daily review. This is a possible position that I'm looking in, but we're not there yet. So I did my top-down analysis and I wanted to share this with you all. Let's go to the weekly first. And on the weekly, what I see there is a recognizable pattern that I see happen over and over again. You see, we had the market structure shift here. Let me quickly do this here, and maybe even let's put this here. We have time. I'm still waiting on a move. So I got a limit already that I put there, short of course, and I'm looking to go long now, but first we have to wait on timing. That's something I say in all my videos. That's part of my strategy. But what I want to show on the weekly here is we have a weekly market structure shift to the downside, and here we have a break of structure. And of course, if we're gonna investigate what that means, it means A, now we need a B, and then we can go up again. That's what I'm thinking. So come on, why doesn't it want to remove? Okay, finally. So my weekly prediction is that we might see a little upside, take the last of the liquidity out here, and then go lower. Now with what's happening today with Trump, the markets are a little different and we gotta be careful. There's no news events because it's a USA bank holiday. So what am I looking to today? Well, let's first go to the daily time frame. You can see there is still a big fair value gap on the daily here that has to be taken out to go lower, or that liquidity can stay there, of course, until we are in an uptrend again. We don't know, and we don't have to decide either. We can just leave it for what it is. But if you see this candle from last week, you see price drops, comes up a little bit again, drops more. So I think we're going down first to then go up. Why do I think so? Because yeah, it's crazy with Trump's ascension. So there can happen a lot of things. And there's a smart money range. Let me get the other chart quickly. We still have on the daily, we still have the smart money range here that we are looking for. And that's still untapped. I would love to see price hit here. And why? Because in smart money, let me make the screen a little bigger and I'll explain you. First you get a wick, then you get another pullback, we get another drop and a reaction, and now what I think is we're going after these stops, and then we're gonna see the market return in all this buy side liquidity. You see all these fair value gaps, these imbalances. I expect some of that liquidity has to be mitigated before continuing to the downside or going further up. So it all gonna depends a little bit on the market that Trump is gonna create and the news that's gonna be coming out, how he's gonna go towards inflation, and we all know that it's actually BS because the news has nothing to do with the market. The market is algorithmic. They only use the news events to manipulate and to liquidate positions of traders, of retail traders like we are. Now, if we go to the 4 hours, then we can clearly see that there is a bearish order block forming here, but we can also see that this is a big accumulation zone here, and I expect it because you see a higher high, a new lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. I expect a lower low coming in towards that smart money range here down, but not financial advice, of course. I keep saying that we all have to take our own decisions, but it looks a bit like that's what the market is after, especially if you see the liquidity that the market here is taking. I wanted to go long here, but we're not taking any stupid trades, especially on a Monday morning. So let me see. Okay, that was correct. So, and we had a yesterday evening when the market opened, then I was watching price, of course, and doing my weekly analysis, making IDs, making plans, you know. And there's a big new week opening gap created here. So that's an area that I'm gonna keep in mind. And this is the short position that I calculated. Let me show that on the 15-minute. Why? We have a bearish fair value gap here. We have stops above here already, and it would be the perfect unicorn. And you see we have a higher high here, higher low, equal highs, and we have a market structure shift. We're breaking to the downside, so I expect this as a possibility. So I put a limit order here to not miss out, because I have some other things to do meanwhile. And yeah, if we want to go back to this level, then the logic says, of course, that there is a possible long position to look for. From where that long position is gonna play out is, of course, the big question. And let me quickly change some things here. Let me put this on the other screen. Okay, done. And let me put this beside here that I can get into positions if necessary. So we have the short position there, but yeah, now we have to wait, of course, to see what happens. And I wanted to take the time to share with you guys why I'm looking here for a long, because as a scalper I'm always looking for good opportunities. And if we zoom out, what do we see here? Why am I not buying yet? Because first of all, we have the Friday equal lows, also an Asian equal low, relative equal lows, of course. So there's a lot of liquidity below here, but it also means in this point we started buying again. So for price to go up again, the market is gonna want to take these positions out. And that's why I'm waiting. I put it here, but let me take this away, because and the other reason why I'm not buying yet is if we gonna see a higher high, the market going after last week's Friday, the previous day high. Friday was the previous market day. We see a fair value gap just above here. This is so magnetic, and we have highs here that are unmitigated. So we could actually draw a line here and say like, yep, there's liquidity above and there's liquidity here. Now how is the market gonna do this? That is always the big question, but it always happens in a similar way. And what I'm waiting for now is this pattern to form, and we can get in this leg for a long position, and preferably we see already a sweep here that gives people the buy signal to get in early, and the FOMO positions then are here. Stop losses are put below this low. Market goes up, people get excited, start even some people adding to their position. The market reverses again, takes out the lows, takes out the previous week or previous day equal or relative equal lows, mitigates the inverse fair value gap that never has been taken here, but always has created a new uptrend. So I'm really looking to possibly buy after this has been hit. But it's also the Asian low, so but like I say, we're gonna wait on this type of position and then get in like this. If there is an imbalance here that looks trustworthy. Otherwise, it's gonna be a boring day. What did I erase? Okay, we can erase this. It's gonna be a boring session. Nasdaq too, it's a USA bank holiday, so don't expect too much to happen today. But we're here, we're watching, we have our plans, we have ideas. There's always, you can always trade if you really want, but sticking to the plan, sticking to your rules, and doing what needs to be done isn't always that easy. You see, this is the new week opening gap here. Let me show you guys this. So you see the opening price here, this is where the market closed, but I'm measuring from the top of the wick till the bottom of this candle. This is what I'm using as my new week opening gap. Now we see this fair value gap has been taken too, so I'm gonna erase it. And I'm really gonna wait to see how we get our reaction here. These are lines from this short position. And I know normally I don't work so much with limit orders, but in this case I really wanted to put the trade on because it's on too much confluences. And if I'm like away for 5-10 minutes, if I gotta quickly walk the dog or go to the bathroom, you know, then I at least want to have this limit position here. That we if we get like 3-5 minute or 4-5 minute candles going up like in this type of move, you see like how quickly it can go in 5 minutes. We can pick up this limit and continue. So we leave it there. We're sitting here anyway. If price goes up and picks it up, I'll probably be selling more between the limit and what I wrote here, manual stop loss, because we're using the 218 as our protection point. That's the stop is actually a 9 pip manual exit incalculated. If we would have a firm body close above here, then I probably would close with a small loss. So now if we go, I got the day one here. I have to change that to H4 to stay on track of my game. Let me put on the other screen too. I'll soon have my new setup made because I bought some new screens this weekend. Yes! And soon we'll be trading with 2 more screens. So happy and grateful to be able to do all this. And let's go down to, what do we have there? 15 minutes. Need to see. Okay, we have the 15 minutes there, so we have all higher time frames to check our confluences, and now we have to see what's happening on the lower time frames. And I'm especially now waiting for this here to be tapped, and you can see in the fractal what I'm saying. You see higher high, even take out the low, then shoot up. This is something that I'm expecting to happen. It's a smart money setup, so let's keep watching. And what can we see? Why don't we react already? Let me take this away. Let me take this away. We can still see that there is liquidity here. So yeah, sorry, already have the stops prepared here. On what price do we have the stops prepared? Because it's gonna be a quick scalp in and out, because I'll probably be buying the fair value gap if I get my buying signal here below. And why do I buy below? Because I operate without fear and I know my setups. So we have the 500 below here, and let me go on a higher time frame quickly. We want to see here, this is the 500. Look, this is the 500. Let us put a mark line here on the 500. Let's do that dotted dot in a yellow line, clearly visible. So if we're now gonna see where our stop should be, then and we put, where is the auto? Let's put this off. You see, price is definitely gonna want to go below here. So technically this is a risky position. Don't watch the TP because we're only watching for a minimum amount of pips here. What's also possible, and that's what I'm seeing now, with all the stops below here, we could easily see this happen, and then the reaction from here. That would be a higher time frame setup, and that's why buying this too soon, I'll probably stay away from that too. Depends on how the market sets up, because we're not interested in buying for these 10 pips. The risk is way too high here, because look how close the buy is to the 500 level. And these markets, they have the tendency to always want to return to these emotional round numbers. So rather look for a short here now. But this is my long-term short, so I'm a little skeptical, because you see this isn't a fair value gap either. We just fell below the new week opening gap. It's just an imbalance, and there's, like, here is a small more. We get, here was it, you see this is a small imbalance. A sell side, a CB sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So for scalping, we really have to practice some patience here. Okay, we moved that by accident. Now it's okay again. Always perfect. Keep your charts clean is what they say. I don't like all these, I like all these drawings on my chart, so I perfectly know what I'm watching for. People that don't like it, it's up to them. Everybody can trade how they want. I'm not gonna judge people to put lipstick on their charts. But look, the perfect reaction we're getting here from this fair value gap. And if we measure that in pips, look, this is from here, from this bottom. If you would just buy with a tiny stop, you buy here, and from the moment the candle goes up, you decide if it comes back down, I'll close in break even, or in a small profit or loss just around break even. It won't affect your long-term numbers, but, and I mean if you close in break even or in a small loss or a small win, that balances itself out. But you'll see you're gonna get many intermediate 10 pip, 10 pip, 10 pip hits. And I've done that too. I like that if I'm 100% with the fair value gap, but this here, this is probably one that is gonna give a hit above here onto the breaker, touch around 9 pips, and then come down, because we need, the market needs to fulfill its structure. Market structure is very important. Otherwise, there wouldn't be enough confluences for traders to build their positions on. You see what I mean? Now, let's keep watching what's happening here and just be patient. Like, look what I said. Beautiful. If we have a break above here, then you could say like, oh, that's a market structure shift and price is going up, possibly, but it's only 10:55 or 54. So I'm waiting today on 11:30 to, let me put a line here. I'm possibly waiting on 11:30. You see, we would have had our 10 pip scalp here. Look, 10 pip, ching ching. And you could say like, oh, 10 pip isn't a lot. Well, 10 pip with 10 lots is 1,000 euros or dollars in a morning session. Who wouldn't be happy with $1,000 in one session and close? Should have bought it as an example to show you guys that it's all possible, but I'm live streaming, so I'm less sharp, and that wasn't really the fair value gap I was interested in buying. So, but look how beautiful. And now we get the reaction here. And I think this is the first fake market structure shift. Like this move, this move, this move, and then up, because there's so many early buyers in Asia and from last week that are still in here. We didn't touch the 500 level, so I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. But look, oh, I've seen this happen a lot. Seen this happen a lot. I call this first shoulder move. This is, to me, this always looks like a fake move. You see the quick push up, and I've seen them push through too. So look, 15 pips in a morning session. And you see more equal lows here. A lot of stops already below. And price is pushing through. So this was a good entry, guys. Did we miss it? I don't see it as missing. But we could have definitely capitalized on this and called it a day. But like I say, too much confluences that don't comply to my setups and what I'm looking for. So you can buy all these, or buy or sell all this type of fair value gaps and use the as soon as possible break even rule, and you'll make a lot of money. So keep that in mind. If you want to learn that strategy, send me a message and I'll explain from A to Z how it works. But it's a little bit a gambler's mindset. So, and now we get the equal highs here. What is price gonna do? Are we gonna take out the highs? And are we bullish then? That's my biggest question, of course. Because I'm watching H1 and H4 and the 15 minutes. To me, it's still bearish. Look how quick we get this push down. And we are trading around the new week opening gap. So for the people that took this and were waiting until TP's here, they're in problems now. Let's go see. Yes, there are fair value gaps, but look, the selling volume. There is indeed a market structure shift here, but I'm not convinced. And Monday morning, made a lot of money on Monday mornings, but also lost a lot of money on Monday mornings. You get more cautious, and the better you know your A plus and what I call A plus 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 setups, the better you trade, the more patience you cultivate, and psychologically the stronger you get in your setups. And look how beautiful. And I say that always, there's 4 fears. This is a typical trade where a trader like me has to be able to learn to say, I was wrong. I was wrong, we could have capitalized on this. And I'm okay with leaving that money on the table, because I rather take money in another way out of the market by complying to myself. And I see things in the market for what they are, and a small retrace isn't a full setup. What am I looking for today? 20-30 pips. That's what I would love to see getting hit. And let's see how it plays out. Because I still think, like, look, we're going down again. No, we're going up again. No, we're going down again. The beautiful manipulation. This is what I call, this is gonna be the accumulation manipulation zone, where for me the accumulation is the psychological warfare. Up, down, up, down. People don't know what to do. You get into a long position, then price drops again, comes after the stops, gives another buy signal, people get in again, no, goes after the stops. And I'm telling you, this is my key level now, 500. I want to see price go after the 500 here. This would be probably a good sell, but like I say, there's so many things here that I don't like. And look, we have a market structure shift here, and we have a bullish fair value gap created here. Could be a buy. This is a 5-minute fair value gap, and look, this is a 3-minute. No, this was the 5-minute fair value gap. And here, let's make it in another blue, of course, that we see what we do. Let's make that. And we have the market structure shift here and here. But I'm not convinced, guys. I'm not convinced at all. And this is what I want to see, because I'm very curious on what XRP is doing. Yesterday evening we had a sudden heavy pullback, but really was terrible. And now we're back up to the 325 when we were at 340 here. That was Friday, I think. Friday, Saturday. But you see, we had a heavy pullback into the sell side liquidity. But I called these lines yesterday, and yeah, it's trend lines, but it's not that they work. You see how they get disrespected. But I said, if we have this candle, take out the sell side and retrace and close inside this channel. And why do I use this channel? Because you see, you had the close here, you had all these wicks here, and by coincidence the market respects these lines, you know, like this small bit. I'm not gonna see that as disrespect. And for me, this week was my confluence that I was gonna wake up with a smile again, seeing XRP above. And you see all these small fair value gaps now are inverted fair value gaps. So what do I think? I think we're gonna take this one out, even maybe see a retrace into here, and then we go further up. So yeah, this channel we check more than only GBPUSD. Let's see what Nasdaq is doing. Come on, open the account. I'm gonna put that there. We can take this away. Gonna clean up the chart later. But you see, it's an accumulation. So it's going sideways. Looks a little bit like we may go up. You see the push. Maybe tap into the liquidity here below first. You know, like take a dive, get up, get back into sell side and move up. Oh, let's see on the 4 hours, gonna give maybe a clearer view. You see what I mean here? You have a lower low market structure shift with a push up, break of structure here. So I see the market go up from here again, but as long as it's lower low, lower high, even we have room till here to confirm if it's a lower high or a higher high. So we'll check on NAS later. And now we dive back into GU. because you see, like I said, take out this fair value gap, could be a potential scalp to here. Those are the trades I stopped taking because I got tired of over trading and having 7-8 scalps in a day with a 50% win rate, and when I was doing that I only had a 34% win rate, so I was actually just breaking even with an RR12. The end of the day I had a big headache and it just wasn't worth it. Yeah, I was making some money in some days I was losing, and all that excitement, all that instant gratification, adrenaline, it's more trading for the rush than trading based on rules and a plan. And I like conviction in my setups, you know, when I see like, oh look, time is right, the price is right, we have enough confluences confirming that what we are looking for is being playing out, then it's such a beauty if you can take a position that, look, if we're waiting, and I know my limit where it is, we are waiting now, this is a lower high, but this is more liquidity to push below to the 500. So if we can catch this trade, I'll probably ride the whole length down till TP2 hits, because I have a TP1 here and that's an RR12, and that would be enough. That would be, look, if we check this from here, whoa, 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 whoa. That happens so much if you have too much on your, look, we would have a 15 pip setup, and that's one position. Probably get in a second position here, so we're going to 35 pips with 22 lots. Then yeah, then we're talking on a 4K trade, and I want to have my nerves untouched to get into the best positions possible, if that makes sense. Like last week, I think it was Friday, Thursday or Friday, I have the, it's in the live, I got in a trade and I was showing it live. Live, I show always my trades on demo accounts, so to comply to the law, but the execution on the back end happened with live numbers, and I got in a trade, was there with in total 22 lots, saw it go in minus, in positive, minus, positive. It was, the first entry was too soon, the second entry was in the right place, but because the first entry was not in the what we call OTE, optimal trade entry, then it was like sitting in limbo for 2 hours, and then price goes well, you close the first position, you close the second position, just because my psychology, I'm good to trade or be in a position for an hour and a half setups. The best executions for me are between 24 and 47 minutes somewhere. Get in a trade, see the quick move, boom, boom, stay in drawdown for a bit, keep mitigating, start showing more sell signals or buy signals, and then have a quick move from where you entered in your directional bias of the trade, and that's perfect. You take your pips out of the market, and yeah, I keep watching the screen then. I'm not trading, I'm just tape reading, practicing my skills, and that's perfect, But like being 6, 7, 8 hours in a position, sorry, with a small lot size, to me it makes little sense. I rather take those quick moves and be gone and relax, like be happy, grateful, made a few thousand, or even have a stop loss hit and be okay with it. Doesn't matter. Okay, this one is gone. Let's take it away and see, because I think price might be pushing up now. And if that happens, then we want to be prepared to put in even more. I'm gonna put this here. What is the price there? 22 to 218. That we can enter some more. If we tap our limit here, we start pushing the all accounting. I'm gonna have a quick bathroom break, be back in a few seconds. So here we are again. And this is, look, this is another key level, the 200. Before we go down, price definitely has to get into here. So let's see what happens. This was the good buy. This was a good buy. Sad I didn't take it, but I'm okay. I'm not gonna cry, guys. Always more setups. I like this selling position better. This would be a good sell too, but look, if this happens, then this is probably gonna happen too, and we get a new unicorn setup like this, because prices always tend to respect and come back into old zones. Like, look what I mean. You see, this fair value gap was a fair value gap here. So it's always the same key price levels that keep returning. And look, TP here. Why TP here? Because this point, and look how price fell through, respected this line. It's algorithmic. Would this be another sell? Could we sell from that point? Let's see. Do we want to take the risk of buying here while we get a double top? You could, but I'm still bearish. And I want to check this out. This was the last swing high to the swing low. Price didn't go above the 50%, guys. This is the 50%. Price didn't go above the 50%. So I think we're gonna have a little more push to the upside. Take some liquidity here in this candle and just push through. This could be a potential buy, but the problem here is if you want to buy this fair value gap, you really have to have your stop below this trade. We keep it on the side. Position is made. But with all the liquidity, look, if I show you the H1 candle here, and I have to put this back on. If you see the H1 here, it is really pushing down. Price is really pushing down and showing us. I need to change this back in something more visual. So price is really pushing down here. So to get in a buy, and it's possible. Let's make the deal. If price taps in, look, break of candle, a 3-minute break of candle. This is a break of candle, 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 this is... I still believe that this is just a retrace going after liquidity and just didn't come into premium. So if we would take the trade, then it would probably just be till there, till 88. Let me see here. This is 621, 624. 21, 624. And 21, 717. Just calculating risk. Nah, that would be worth a risk. Let's see what happens. We're not pushing any buttons, so let's just see what plays out. The candles I'm seeing on my other screen, we really need to, let me change this. I want to see the 30-minute candle now. Just look, took all the liquidity on the buy side out of this candle. Let me quickly show you this. Look, went up, takes all this liquidity here, and looks more like it's ready, like price is already ready to drop here, and then yeah, maybe we see a push up. Little contradictionary info, but you see, you can see here clearly we have the wick down, rejection, wick down, rejection, push up, rejection. So, and we have the reaction here from this order block. And there's liquidity here. This is okay. I can take pending order away, back to market, and you see I have the pending order here. I think we're going down, but at least again until here, till 21.7. Let me put this back into place. 21.740 somewhere. 21.740. Okay. We put it back in place here. Up. 21.7. 21.740. Buying here is crazy. Really, it's like a 50-50. I'm not too keen. 50-50s. I like the odds a little more in my favor. May the odds be forever in your favor, as they are, because we create for ourselves, and I have to see. Let me see. waiting. I ordered the HDMI splitter into 4, so and I can connect more screens. Wonderful. A trader excited for more screens. Imagine that. I think it's logical. And look, now we're entering the 11:30 zone. Let's see what price does. Because I believe in these internal little moments where you see the manipulation. You always get a manipulation move and then a reversal. So this could have easily been a manipulation move to continue to retrace further to the downside. If price goes up first, then we probably see continuation to, if this would be the continuation of this manipulation, if price comes down now, then maybe I'll give it a try to buy here at the double bottom and just, I got the stops prepared. So, but to me it looks more like prices hitting for lower targets. Up, no down, no up. Ah. Let's see. You see, it's like the algorithm now is looking like, oh, where can I get the most money? Where is dumb money that I can mitigate? Where can I take out easy positions? Yep, I'm going up. I've seen this happen so much. Look, accumulation. If we see a tap in here and we have then a retrace, that would be beautiful. You know, a tap below this fair value gap just dips in here. This isn't really what you want to trade. This isn't really, what are you gonna do here? Buy, sell, buy, sell. If you work with small lot size, I know then it doesn't matter. It's only a few dollars, maybe 20, $30. But if you're working with bigger size, with bigger lot size, then yeah, definitely. This was a good position. This was a good buy, but didn't comply to my rules. Wasn't my setup. So I'm glad I stayed out. Double top, triple top. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take this out. This is gonna be taken out. It's too smooth. And now we have more stops here to push price lower. So on the long, I'm still happy with this position. And if price is going up here, that means that USDX or DXY, depends on what you're looking at. The DXY and USDX are the same, it's the dollar index, is probably going down. Pre-Trump, still a few hours, still is ascension. So perfect setups or none. That's the whole name of the game. And if I get more followers here on YouTube and we build a community, then probably I'll ask one of my trading buddies from the group to also stream on the same channel from another location, and one of us presenting the respectful, peaceful, or more peaceful, more trustworthy positions to be shown, and we scalp on another live. We show all the scalps. The meaning is also to build a Telegram or Discord community where we share our signals, because I know many people are paying a lot of money for signals that really don't work. And I've seen this kind of signals, you know, where, and I'm gonna give an example. You see where in the last swing high to swing low, people saying here, you should sell, sell, sell. Why in God's name would you sell? You are below the 50%. So you would become a seller in discount. We want to be sellers in premium, and preferably in premium with a supply zone, in a supply zone. And a fair value gap is actually like a supply zone. There's a lot of unmitigated positions. So if price trades back into a fair value gap, into a supply zone or in a demand zone, you always see a reaction. Sometimes price takes out the stops above or below first, but these zones always give a counter reaction. And that's what we do as reversal traders, we look for zones to get a counter reaction. And we can see clearly this has been lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So we expect a lower high, lower low. But this is also, and this is the beauty of course, lower high equal low, lower high, higher low. So now we're what? In no man's land, in an accumulation where nobody is sure of what price is gonna do. Luckily we have other charts where we can read how volume has been distributed. Otherwise it would be crazy, but I still see price go to the downside, guys. Just waiting from where this could be a sell position. Leave this here. I'm gonna put this back into place. We have more liquidity here now being built up. Look, and like I always say, we had the, right, let me take this away because it's not a perfect drawing. This is what I mean, look. And then we have A, B, C. This is what I'm looking for. For me, this is my perfect setup. Have a limit to be sure to be in the position, and if the position gives us the opportunity to sell more, then we just go for it. Because you see, price is leaving all this liquidity behind to say like, yep, and positions keep building up here, like people putting limits here, limits here, limits here, and that's all on the smaller time frames. So, and that's all those stop losses convert later in sell stops. This becomes a market execution, a sell stop. If people get out of their trade here when they have their stop loss here, this is all market executions, sell stops. So this is something that gonna push price quickly down. So I'm waiting for my setup today. Probably gonna go offline a bit, because what we're gonna see here is more accumulation. You know, price doing this, coming here, going up a little bit, coming here, stay here a bit, going accumulation, more like that it's gonna look like. And if we get the tap in, then yeah, beautiful. to make some coffee. Oh, maar ik zit te doen terwijl dat die kaffe nog staat. Look, oh, I'm back, sorry. Look, we just get above the 50% here with these 2 weeks, and we see price is already reversing. So can be that this was our point, but I don't care so much because I'm watching more too. And let me put another look, the blue box theory, like I call it, and then we have to put this here. Then you see this is the swing low to the swing high here while we are in the bullish move, and this is what I've seen happen over and over again, and it's counter trend, so the possibility is that we only go halfway of the blue box, but I'm still aiming for the best price here. If we don't get an immediate reaction, then I get in more on this old 50% above this fair value gap. And if we would have a candle close above here, then the whole position becomes invalid and we lose 15 towards 20 pips. If the position is valid, then we make 35 pips, and even TP2 would be at the 500 upwards to 70 pips. So that would be a good week, a good starter for the week. the waiting game. Want to see it take the next bearish fair value gap, get a reaction, and get one more run into the buy side and then reverse. And you see all these confluences here. This is the golden box, like here, the 61% or the 62%, some people say. So we have the confluence that there is a fair value gap in the golden zone, and it's at the highest point of the golden zone. We have blue box theory here, something that I've seen repeatedly happen. We have the old 50% Fibonacci equilibrium here at the top of this fair value gap. And we get the channel the A, B, C reversal and a new unicorn setup for the afternoon session. That's a position I definitely want to risk. Instead of coffee, I made some minute soup. Always lovely with cold weather. South of Spain, if you go outside in the sun now, it's beautiful. You can walk around in a t-shirt. Inside the house it's like freezing cold. I have the heater on, but wearing a jacket would be more appropriate. I feel like an ice cream here in Spain for the moment. It's 12 o'clock. So don't blame me, I'm gonna close the live. If something would happen, you know, I'll come live again and I'll show the positions, how they play out, how to manage them. I think this is probably something happening more direction now of 3 p.m. We're gonna stay here in a climbing, in a price climb, but very steadily. So it's okay. And then I have some privacy too, because I have a lot to do, by the way, today. Or maybe I do it tomorrow. I still have to wait on the cable, so I have to buy some things to build the setup, because with more screens it becomes more complicated. So I want to have the big screen up, 2 small screens at the side, laptop in the middle, but because it's all different heights, then yeah, so I need the big screen above, and I need to figure out how to put the smaller screens. So I need to go buy new furniture today, or maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow morning I have some other things on the program than trading anyway. So if I'm out, I can do it in one time tomorrow and just see if I can make some things work. because I'm reorganizing my house too, so gonna make the office in another room where I have more space for more sofas. I can make a nice corner there. Let's see a bit, because I like what I'm seeing now. Let's see if the orders get picked up during noon. I'll have to do something about this, because that screen seemed a little blocked. Okay, back in business. Ooh, beautiful. Let's keep streaming. If this is happening, I have the position put on like 2 hours ago, so just before I got in the live stream. Let me do quickly this here. I'll have to take this, put it here. Where is it? Okay, perfect. If you want, guys, if anybody is seeing, you can follow me on Telegram, send me a private message at Hertz Forex, or I have a TikTok channel too at Hertz Forex Trading. And let's check the 15 minutes. Cool. Nice. Let's get back to the 5 minutes. Let's see if we can put this here. And let's put there too, because that's important text. Of course, everybody knows, but let's write it again. Not financial advice, of course. Looking great now. Look, this one A, B, C. That's what I'm looking for. Blue box here. New York, another confluence, New York, midnight. Price, price going back to New York, midnight. The only thing is we have our stop above the high of the day, and that's always a risk with New York open. New York loves to take out the highs or the lows, so we want to see a reaction here, and we want to see the price picked up and quickly a move to the opposite direction. And you see my pillow here because I fell asleep in the sofa yesterday evening and I didn't really took the time to clean everything up. Was watching XRP. Let's watch again. Let's go see XRP again. What is it doing here? Come on. Want to see it move like Jagger? Ooh, look, beautiful. XRP to the moon. Let's quickly go on the big chart. Come on, show us the candles. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. We have a beautiful close here. Close above here on the H1. Look, all these stops for people getting short, selling, 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 and all these stops being built up from traders, liquidity to push it even higher. Now with Trump coming into office, not price predictions of course, because XRP is a different type of asset. Nothing to do with market cap or anything, but I think we could easily see a $10-15 XRP in the coming, like, soon. And long term, XRP has a lot of potential, so I like XRP. I like all ISO 2022 projects. So as a long-term investor, I own a few of those projects, all secured on a ledger, cold storage, and I'm planning to even buy more in the next bear market if we get a real bull market this time, because if Trump decides to crash the market first to reconstruct from the base, then it can be that we see a global economic recession. So, but let's dive into, this is just for me that I'm watching this. So, let's see what we're doing here. Oh, fair value gap depth. Come on, give us a small reaction. Give us like this type of reaction now. Come on! A lot of noise on the charts. But I'm gonna go offline, guys. I'll definitely gonna keep you posted. And you can always go back, check the video. You see, here is my limit. I'll call it out loud. I have a sell limit at 122.050. David, give it a few more minutes. I'm even as curious as all people to see what's gonna happen here. So let's wait a bit. I wanna see that limit being tapped. We're so close. Pending limit. Draft stop loss. Put it here. I'm preparing more lots. 22. 22. Whoa, 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 whoa. 22 to 1. Oh, 22. It's okay. 22, 20. So we, ooh, look, what a nice push. Let's take this away. Take a small bit of noise from the chart. We're above the 50, so we can take this away. We can take this away. Let's see what happens, guys. Because I think we're gonna see a limit being hit. Maybe because we should move the limit. Let me quickly adjust that limit to 93. 93 is better. I have to make this save adjusted pending market limit. '93 is limit price. Confirm. That's even better for our risk reward. Perfect. Positions closed. Perfect. It says 93. Now we can go here. Positions. Then let's go back to preparing new order. Because if price now takes the complete fair value gap and takes, sorry, again, and price goes above here, we can sell even in better positions. So beautiful. Selling here would even be better if we get the opportunity. It's sell high, buy low. So the higher you sell, the better for your risk reward. Now let me prepare more lots. Stop loss. We'll put the stop loss. Let me first do this because that's okay. Stop loss. Set it on the same size about beautiful. Stop loss 2222. We should have had a limit hit already. Let's now see what happens. Because we want to see this 50% being tapped. And you see order block fair value gap. I still think there is some room to the upside. Make this 12, 15 limit change to 122.93. We want to see price close that gap. It's like, yeah, we touched it, now we're gone. Can be, can be. Look, our limit would have already been activated. I should have just left the limit where it was. Or not. Because you see New York is taken, the blue box was taken. No, the blue box was here above. So, we're still good. Don't have to panic yet. It's the first step. I'm gonna get some coffee, guys. Enjoy the chart. seeing the reaction. It's okay. It's okay. Good decision. Why? It's almost noon. This is gonna happen now. Something like this. I'm not concerned too much. You see, we have a fair value gap here. There's liquidity here. I think we still have to see a higher high. If we miss the trade, then so be it. Why did I change this position? Look, we already had this liquidity above here, so I thought we're gonna take it out all at once. And now this fair value gap here still has to have a reaction and give us a higher high. If it doesn't, then at least we played safe. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Look, for 3 pips, we're out of the trade. So yeah, that's that. But it's the first high, so I still think we're gonna see one more push. We're gonna see a mitigation zone here now, and even stop hunts. Let's go to the 5 and adjust our complete trade, because we all have all these equal highs here now. This is a good trade. And we can put our manual stop here now. And this is the first reaction, that's why I'm not panicking. Takes the whole fair value gap, like, quickly. Let's see. We want to see it go through here. Look, we form another valid. This is what we have here now. Don't panic too quickly in trading. It's also emotional, you know, like reacts here on this candle. It's a small gap. Can even be that we see this being tapped, then take out the highs and drop. Or we just missed the trade and I'm okay with that. But I've seen this play out so many times, you know, like you get in the first and then we're no, yes, no, yes. I think there's still room to get out these highs now. Let's see. You see, this is a push, one more push. And I'm basing this especially on price instead of I'm basing my idea here more on time than on price. And this is the old 50% that I want to see being tapped. The blue box theory is around here. And we still have our lots prepared to go short in case we see a huge rejection now. But look, if we have a candle close above, just waiting patiently now. Looks like a unicorn setup, a mini unicorn. Took out this one. If we see the character of the market change, then we can also get in a later position. But I still believe that we're gonna see a stop hunt. Look, too many equal highs here. Look, it's equal highs. Or the market sees them as taken and reverses. Or like what I believe is we see one more hunt high and drop. And that conclusion is also from the H1 chart. Wanna see it go up. Look in the 30 minutes. 30 minutes just tapped. Yeah, it can be that I was wrong to move. The limit, and we should have just been in the market already. $12.30. I still have this fair value gap. Look, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking for. All early in, out. We want to see the reaction on this fair value gap here. On this BC. Look, equal lows, tap in, go up, drop. Let's see if we get that one push higher. Oh, and then one push higher. Minutes seem to show like it's reversing. 15 minutes. Do we have a doji? Just checking some things. Let me check this here on the 15. I really want to see it go higher. I really think price is gonna go a little higher than it went. Can be that I'm wrong, because the 15-minute chart is showing us, the 15-minute chart is showing us a doji, but looks like it could possibly even go a little higher, because there is more liquidity in that fair value gap. And if we would see it break to the downside with volume, then we can find a second entry and just make it a beautiful scalp. I had to write something down private for myself here. Because actually it was a good first entry at the 50 level. Look, just steps into the 74, that's a 2.4 pip risk or drawdown that we would have had. That's like really futile to then be out of the market and later find, should have just left my first entry here and, like I said, entered market. If price would go higher, now we have to wait on the first entry to play out, and or we have to sell lower than here, while we had the opportunity to already have a good entry and be 7 pips, 8 pips in profit. But like I say, I still think we can see a little price go a little more higher, have that final push and get that accumulation zone here going on, you know. That would be awesome, but it's all a waiting game now, and again to speculation, and like I said, and with Trump coming in, he's been sworn in today, so let me change. Follow me on TikTok, by the way. just watching here a bit. Come on, get out those highs and then give us the reversal that we're waiting for. And now FOMO would say like, oh, sell now, sell now. I understand. It was also my fear of being wrong that made me change the limit order to a better position. Now let's see if that plays out in our benefit or not. Only time can tell now. And it makes no sense to put your limit now in the same spot here, no, because we want to see price aggressively take out this high now before it drops. And if it doesn't go after these highs, then we missed on a beautiful opportunity, and I'll probably bang my head against the wall a few times today. Nice. A new follower! Woohoo! So, so silly. Would have should have left the trade here, because now we're dropping. But I'm still watching something here. Like really a little bit silly for 2 pips. We're not in a good trade. Being too careful isn't always good either. So I'm really mentally banging my head against the wall now. You can't see that because I stay pretty calm and controlled. And I managed to control my feelings, but I still, without even seeing it happen, I still became a victim of my own fear of being wrong. Let me write that down on the big board, on the small board. Let me take this away. Let me put that here aside. What did we do? Why? Victim of our own fear of being wrong. Was it a hunch So you see, I'm pretty strong and strict for myself too. I'm writing it down because my mind, that's the way your mind learns to deal with your mistakes. I'm leaving it there. Now we see another price run up, the price run up again, and we're still making, look, it's still higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, equal, 3 equal. That's why I'm saying I want to see this happen. Why? Because the trend line that we drew here comes higher and it gives us more confluence that we push through here, then come back and go down with more selling volume. And one thing why I'm not panicking is I didn't really see any heavy selling volume come in. Yeah, we had a sell-off, but there is no market structure shift. You know what I mean? Actually, we should wait here until we see a market structure shift, not just trade from a fair value gap. And actually we should annul the position now because we're falling out of the most important thing that drives the market, and that's time. But today I want to see what happens, because you see the candles aren't that big. And let me just Google something quickly. Time of Trump sworn in. Elected official. Updated on January at 2:32 p.m. So for us that's in an hour and a half. And now we're seeing a lower high. So let's keep our mind to the market. And now we see the bearish candle getting, just have to have patience now. Let me pull this out. Come on, push that price higher one more time. I definitely, if we are not in a trade where we can go break even when Trump is gonna be sworn in Oshie or whatever it's called in English, then we have to close our limit order because there's no news event, but it's a good hour to count on market manipulation. And not maybe from USA side, maybe from, because it's London, GBPUSD, pound. Maybe from England saying like, look, we're selling big time or we're buying big time. And price still, come on. If we look, this is now our trend line. If we would break below, then that could be a selling signal that we don't wait anymore on these highs. But look, we still have equal lows, a new higher high. So I still believe we can see a small higher high here. Just to take out these first sellers, take out the stops of these sellers, get a whole bunch of liquidity. Patience, waiting. Now I wrote down that I moved the limit because of my fear of being wrong. And psychologically, I'm always analyzing my own trading behavior, as every trader should. And the next thing is, the next fear now is FOMO, fear of missing out. Because now we're not in the position, and what's happening now, it's like, oh, we need to be in the position, we need to be in the position. So FOMO is real, and I understand. As you see me sit here in front of you and I'm speaking to you, I really feel those emotions too, but you gotta learn to control that. And I'm speaking towards everybody, but also towards myself, because you know, when you are teaching, two people learn, the teacher and the student. So I think I get more benefits out of making these lives while still nobody's watching them. I'm doing this especially for me. So and just analyzing what is happening, I believe it's making me a better trader. Double top now. Look how beautiful this double top is playing out. First shoulder. Come on, push the market just above here. Look. We want to see the market take out these early positions. Yeah, I'm watching the other charts too, guys. Because we're gonna get our limit. And you see it's really terrible now. We have a double top here. If we have a break to the downside, then we probably see the retrace coming. But as long as the market is playing around like this, we have our sell market prepared, so we can enter any time. But let's be patient and wait. Because look, and the market is picking up all the liquidity in the candles. So you would say, yeah, but then there is no reason to go back. And how I see it, there is no reason that price couldn't fall down quickly. So let's patiently wait and see on the 3 minutes what it's saying. Come on, push one more push up market. That's what we're asking for. One heavy push. And this is where we should have had our first position. But now we're waiting. And you see it's a lower high. You see the FOMO, the fear of missing out on the position. Now the FOMO is bigger than the fear of being wrong. Come on, take out those highs. If we would see this happen now, then we still have this fair value gap. So I'm still confident. Come on. We're so close now. Come on. Give us that last push. Give us that last push up. Because now we're really at the double top. Take the whole fair value gap out. Come on. And you see it's an accumulation. Price is more doing this now lately. So still be patient. Because we have the hour chart, let me show you this. Look on the hour, it looks pretty bullish here. So that's why we don't have to panic too much. Because we want to see price push into here. Ooh, sweet Jesus. Let's go see what's happening. And just what do I say, time? Just at 1 we see a reaction don't get too... We still have the hour chart. Let's go back there. And we want to see it push into here, give us a nice push up. Even here we would sell another contract. If price first comes down, then I'll probably close the limit, because then we can expect a higher push up. We now want to see it push up first and then reverse and drop. And I got H30 there too, M30, 30 minutes. The 30 minutes is saying we're going down. The hourly chart is saying we're going down. Let's patiently wait a bit more. We have still this fair value gap here. Look. Small gaps, but I have to take this, but we can't get away from the charts now. Come on, give us one little push up. Three after one. Look at that. Come on. And with 4 more later. And yeah, I'm writing this all down, because you only get better if things get better. So we work continuously on ourselves to become better traders. Those who don't, forget about it. And I'm waiting to write down limit hit. I'm waiting on limit hit now. Come on. Push that one more time into the buy side. You see we have buy side equal highs. We want to see these equal highs being taken. And then we want to see the reversal come in. See the volume ends, but we want to see this happen now. Know perfectly what we are looking for, and I'll even think, ooh, look at this candle. Look, should we get in now? Oh, sell now. Sell now or miss the trade. Don't panic too much. Let's see. I'm gonna take a quick piece, guys, or no, I'm gonna wait. So exciting trading. Always happens after a weekend, like for traders. And I think if you guys trading, especially Forex, because crypto there's all weekend, you can have fun all weekend trading meme coins and what is it. But quickly want to check here. That's not the color of the candle. Come on. Quickly want to see what's going on here. Oh, another retrace, taking out all this liquidity. We're going down again, baby. See USD pairs, USDT pairs going down. The closer we get to this line, and that would be around in 10 minutes. What am I doing here? I had an arrow. This is probably only a move. If we go down first. Ooh, what a bloody misser. See price. If price goes back there, look, let's just read the market. Don't panic. There's no panic in this game. just a little sad that we didn't have this one, and now price doesn't give us, it doesn't take out the complete fair value gap, so we're not in at the best price ever. But what are we doing? We're cultivating good habits, and I told you, look, on the 1 hour now, we leave this, let me take this away for a second and show you what I mean. Now we have this fair value gap that I expect to give a reaction back up and possibly even higher. So for me, I'm not really keen about this position anymore. Oh, where is it? This one here. So I still want to see this being taken out. And if not, then look, taps the fair value gap. Like I told you, this fair value gap gets tapped. We want to see the reaction. And we broke the trend line already. This was the trend line actually. So we are below. We didn't have a 1 minute fair value gap, so I'm not panicking. We take this away. Still a higher high, higher low, higher high. I really believe more in this position than FOMO in. I'm gonna take a quick piss. I'll be back in a second. What's happening? We're still here, trading sideways. How many people, ask yourselves this, how many people weren't aware, like what I was speaking on, FOMO, like, oh, I gotta get in now, got in already here, stop just above here. Another one, just stop above the highs. I still believe we have to take out the highs before we go down. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Then we look for another opportunity. But for now, I believe we're right. I believe we have to see the highs getting taken first before we can get a reversal. And the hourly chart is already saying that we took out a big part of the bullish gap, the buy side imbalance. And yeah, it can be that we're going down, but like I said, then we just miss a good trade and that's it. That's all that happens. As a trader, we watch charts anyway, so and now we broke below the 1 minute gap. Look. If we now start breaking down, yup, position gone. Am I sad? No. Just take notes, stick to plan, leave, limit, and we respected our rules. So, and now on the hourly chart you see that the whole fair value gap is taken, so price can drop down now. There's nothing holding price back. This is inverted now. Let's see on the 1 minute. Yeah, we could probably go short here. We have the break of structure. We have another little break of structure. But we have this gap here. And like I said, what I see is we are still trading here in this range now. And I see this happen first. That's why you don't see me panic on, oh, we gotta get in now. If I'm too late, because you know I mostly don't work with limits. If I wouldn't have had placed the limit, and I would have probably sold market here somewhere halfway the fair value gap. But you see, trade is still valid. Look how beautiful price reacts here. And now we want to see how we react here. Come on. Because we have a small fair value gap here. I think we're going up more. Still an accumulation. See this accumulating here, but we create more equal lows, we create all those equal highs. Why would the market leave all those equal highs here just on 2264? Let's see what happens. I'm curious. We just leave the limit there. Oh, my beautiful little baby. Let me see this here. Oh, you Come on. Like I said, if price wants to go down, we're not gonna be able to stop it. It's gonna be a freight train dropping. But you see all these highs here. Makes a fair value gap. Yep, we're going down, guys. And yeah, you could just sell here and ride it down. Look. But that's just not my thing anymore. If you then have a stop hunt high, you're really far from home. Look, if we get the stop hunt high from here, then it's a 20 pip loss. If price keeps dropping, then you're alright, but we had a rejection here. I'm still waiting. I see there's no 5-minute fair value gap. I'm still waiting for this level here to being taken. Where I have now manual stop loss, that is the level that I want to see get hit. Yep. Equal highs. I want to see those equal highs being taken before I start selling in panic. Oh no, I gotta be in the move. We're still waiting for this fair value gap to be taken. Stop hunt high and then drop. And we'll even have to move this there. Where did we put the limit? At 93. Perfect. Let's keep on watching what price does. Setup took way too long and would have been a nice entry, no, just from here being 10 pips in profit. We had one stop hunt high Can be that we don't have to return, that we just go down. Doesn't matter. Then we find better setups tomorrow, because I don't think I'm gonna trade in the afternoon with Trump. Rather stay out than do stupid things. Let's quickly check H4 on XRP. Takes the liquidity out of this fair value gap. This is inversed. This is gone. And yeah, I'm watching only the higher time frames here. You see we had a double top, what is dangerous for another drop. Look, I mean this one, double top. Also with the whole Trump situation, I want to see my bag. I want to quickly check something here. Because my flatmate moved out and found his own place. I'm happy for him. Nice. Let's go away here because we're trading Forex, and you see we missed a good trade. So I want to see the reaction here. But if we close, if we don't get the last push up, then this limit becomes invalid, and I probably go look to find stuff that I can use to build my new setup. And what do we need? I have some IDs. Where is? So we need to know this size is, we need 20. Let's write some stuff down. Price is gone. This trade is invalid, guys. Doesn't matter. Groot scherm, 25 centimeter, breed, rood, 1 meter lang. Let's measure this. Yeah, I'm out of the trade. 25 from 60 to 40. It's 20 actually, so 42. achterkant en naar op zijn minst 150. Centimeter rechtscheren. 70. No. 140. 35. 135. And 70 just fits. Dus je moet. En wat was de waarde hier? Dan hier pakken we hier. Zie. 110. Okay guys, I'm going off. Gonna work on fixing the setup. I found some possibilities here that I like. So I'll stop, or let's just let the screen do what it wants to do. We can see what happens. I didn't erase the limits yet, but because I still think we might see, like, it's still doing this. This can still happen. So probably not, but let's just keep streaming. And I'm gonna be off because I need to move the computer, TV and stuff. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and be safe.